Hello, welcome to Golden Arrow. Last episode, we made a bit more progress. On hold on, give me a second here to figure this out. We made a bit more progress on World 8, and so we're now on to level 5. Yeah, Mushroom Tree. I don't remember this level being right. I don't know what this level is called because when I enter the level, there's no bottom bar, so I'll never know what the level is called until I leave. Sweet. All right, let's keep going on this one. Music. Okay, so last episode we sort of dissected what was supposed to happen here. Likely what I had to do is hold up the red arrow, use that to push this red arrow across into the portal, and then afterwards be able to leave to push the red arrow up from this position, to push the to push the golden arrow up by one, or in this case down by one. I don't know why I said in this case, it just is down by one. But because the red arrow is falling up in perspective, it's considered to be pushing up, I would say. Anywho, I hope you'll understand my visions, because I'm sort of when this thing falls up, I'm considering that direction to be down. I know I've been doing this every episode ever since the start of the game. I just needed to inform you that this was the case. We definitely need to hold up into this exact position. I'm almost certain no other position works. And it definitely looks like the goal is to therefore push in 2 green arrows here and here. I know I can lift this up by 1 more, so it's definitely possible for an arrow to be pushed in here and then to fall in this position, holding up. But I will need another arrow to be here. So either that is done by the red arrow, which doesn't really make sense because I have to be pushing the red arrow from the left, or it's another green arrow, which we do have 2 of. So I think my vision of 2 green arrows might make sense here. Now, this means that this green arrow has to be moved, and I'm not entirely sure how that might be done. I think it could be held in balance with something, but I have no idea what it could balance with. It could balance with red, but the red would need to be in this row in order for a balance to occur. And it sort of needs to be held up, and I'm not sure by what. I'm thinking if it's a box here and a red here, then doing this allows green to be held up by red, and then the box to be here. Everything is still retrieval in this case. The problem is that once I push across, I have no idea how anything's gonna work anymore. Yeah. I could definitely try to get the other green in first. That's definitely an okay step. I wonder how another... maybe... I don't know how this would work, but I think I'll figure it out using the resources I have. Purple is definitely going to be a blockage in this case because purple cannot leave the top area. Therefore, purple will never actually be able to help with this area down here. Blue might be useful though. I'm not sure what for, but we could use blue eventually. Blue could be holding up red. If blue holds up red, then green is fine. In fact, yeah, if blue held up red here, I could push green out of the way, push blue up to achieve a balance between blue and red, and then push green in. So that's valid, I guess. Which means we want to save the blue. Alright, by save the blue, there's not a lot of places I can do that with. I suppose I can do that to save the blue. I want to be able to get this box out here. But this push looks kind of bad. I can definitely do this sort of thing. So purple can now go all the way here. That's actually a much freer way of getting purple there. I feel like I completely missed that as an available move. A problem could be that the green arrow is stuck, but I think this should be fine. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get this blue to be somewhere good first. Where could this blue be? I don't know where this blue could be, honestly. This blue kind of looks like it has to be thrown somewhere else as well. I feel like this move is okay. Yeah, okay. If I did this, I can now set it up so that red is held up by you. So technically, that's a balance I was expecting, right? And then if I could get this blue arrow down here, that would also be pretty nice. But how will I do that? And also, how will the other green get out? How will the other green get out? Okay, I can do this to escape through here, which means I now still have access to this area. That allows pushing like this to happen. I don't know if I want that. Green can come out first, or blue, or neither. That looks like a balance that I find a little hard to resolve though. So like, it might be better if green went out from here though, because falling onto this position is a bit better for me. I would say that, okay. Let's do... Ooh. Yeah, we can hold these up in balance. That breaks the balance. Okay. You might have to be held up by something else then. Okay. I want to get this green out, but purple is very much in the way again. Yeah, purple will always be in the way. Dang. Okay. Maybe this... did purple... purple could have been moved out this way. Which I think means that this is fine. That looks a bit worse, doesn't it? I wonder if I could get around this area. I don't want to lose the red balance though, and red definitely can't balance very well on anything right now. I feel like we're getting closer though. I will say. Like, see, I can do that. But if purple was here, that would be bad. Oh, but this looks fine. Is it really fine? This doesn't look that fine, because now I can't push any further. Can't push down here either. Could I have gotten into this area to push down on this green arrow? Where would purple have to be? Like that? Oh, but blue arrow is stuck. Yeah, I don't like that fact. Could the balance have been... Oh, well, you know what I could do? That, I think. Yeah, that seems okay. That's a decent balance. Yeah, in fact, this balance between blue and purple... Sorry, red and purple exists. Which is very good. It lets this happen. Hopefully we aren't losing yet. Blue might be a problem now. Yeah, blue would be a problem, huh? Okay. So blue is a problem. I think the block getting out is kind of useful. The block can hold up a lot of things. From multiple different directions too. But I wanted red to be outside. Blue doesn't want to be there. What is blue supposed to be again? If blue was balancing with green here, that would be nice. But how would that happen? Block here could push a blue out. Okay, so what if purple is useful? And in fact, purple is holding up the blue. Ooh. That seems like decent. That sounds like something decent. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know what's going on, but it's okay. Let's do that. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a good balance. I can go around and push you out. Okay, things are slightly better now, hopefully. The goal is to swap blue and red. So blue is pushed out by the block. Blue is staying on this arrow. I want this arrow to help hold up the blue. So like this should be fine. And then this should be fine. Okay, there you go. So with this, I can now push the first green in there. There you go. That's one green down. The other green, as we have televised, is held like this. But okay, I wanted the box here so that blue can cross. But the box is definitely going to pose an issue. If the box wasn't there, then like there would be a problem too, right? Where could the box have been? The box needs to be there to hold up red. I feel like that can't be avoided. I mean, I can create a balance here. That might help me with the box problem. Seems less and less so. I want to create this balance, but without the box being problematic. If that didn't happen, if I just did this, and I tried to push green in, red falls, and then weird things happen. I'm almost certain that I don't want this. Oh, there's a lot of reasons why I don't want that. Although I suppose an interesting thing is, if it was in fact a block being here to hold up blue, how am I going to push you down? That might be a problem. Oh, okay. That's another issue. Okay. This feels pretty good though, I will say. Is that ever good? Kind of. I can push like this. I wonder if that can ever mean anything. Don't do that. I think I want that to happen, right? But the problem is, like, it's kind of hard to make any push like this work. I hold it up with something. Yeah. I wonder if purple can do anything else to help me out here. Maybe not. I don't think it can. Okay, well, I think an interesting thing is that blue can still help to hold red up, actually. So, okay, hold on. Before all of this, did I maybe want to push blue up to this position? Would that have helped? The point is... but even if red was held up by blue, I didn't want that to happen at this point. I didn't want that. I think I wanted maybe this. But why? I want to hold you up now, but I clearly cannot. Because nothing can hold you up, like realistically. Maybe blue can help hold you up. But the balance that is formed in doing that is very hard to pull off. And also that kind of requires like... Okay, how about that? But that is not reversible. It's like this has to happen. And then what? And then what? This... I mean, no. It's just really hard to deal with anything at this point. Okay, I feel like we've made a very good first half of the solution though. The second half is a problem. Are we in a savable spot right now? I just want a green arrow to come through here. It's like maybe, but I can't push the green up with anything other than myself. And this has to immediately generate a balance. I can generate a balance here, but what's the point? I don't want to do that. I don't want to push you up. Like, this actually is unsavable. Because the plan to get red arrow into the portal fails. So like, this is the maximum I can push you up. Which I guess theoretically might work. Interesting, that is very interesting, but definitely not useful. I don't see how that could help. I suppose if this balance were not... Like, if red arrow were in this row now... In fact, if red arrow is there in particular... And then blue arrow could form a balance with it. But how would that be helpful? Like, that wouldn't help unless there was a block here. Is there any reason that is useful? I mean, maybe. Block here. It would come from here, which is holding up you. Could I get this block anywhere else at this point? Maybe. Maybe the point is that... It's okay, so... If this happened here... I made this push... I can theoretically try and get this block out of the way. You're kind of a problem, but I don't know if this is resolvable eventually. This could be eventually resolvable. I don't know yet. This might be interesting. That falls. That's not good. Give me this push. Why is that push good? I have no idea. Okay. I don't quite have a vision now, so I'm actually kind of lost on what to do. The vision I had turned out to not work, because I didn't think that far into the vision. It was very blurry, I guess you could say. Is what that vision was. Like, this vision seemed okay at first, but no longer is. Because you can see that blue arrow just does not want to do this. And I can't really do anything else after this, I don't think. Yeah. Green arrow is kind of just lost either way. Unless blue arrow... Like, what can blue arrow do that would help me here? Just want to push the blue arrow in just for maneuverability in case I ever need to come here this way. I mean, yeah, that's another thing I could do, but that doesn't really help, does it? It could. If there were a block here, maybe. If the block was here, I could try and push red over and then green up. And that actually would be a valid way to continue. Okay. So, is there a way to get the block in this position? But where are we starting from? We're starting from here though. Like, it does not seem very easy, if at all possible. I suppose one way I could try and do it is... somehow else? How else? I don't know if any other arrow will help me here. Like, I suppose blue arrow in this position could be useful. And the reason it will be useful is because... The reason it will be useful is because it will hold up red while I move green away. If something could hold up red while I move green away, that would be very nice. Could something hold green up now? Like, I'm wondering if something can hold up green at this point. Could I ever enter that portal if I want to try and push the block back down? Is that valid? I don't think it is. Like right now, yeah, it's... no, that won't work. I don't think it's ever possible for me to do that. So let's not even try. So maybe that's what the blue arrow is for? Blue arrow, but blue arrow is gonna fall in the wrong direction. It always is. I can do stuff in here now that blue arrow is out of the way, sort of. But that doesn't really help me because blue arrow... Well, I suppose... If I could have pushed out here, so if blue arrow was no longer blocking the way there, if I wasn't going to care about blue arrow being on purple arrow, so just throw it away. Then maneuvers like No, not like that. Like this become available. That might be interesting. Okay, and if before that I had pushed up if before that I had pushed up this block to allow for more space, maybe something could have happened. Putting a block here seems decent. I can do that. Ah, green arrow is very stuck. Uh-oh. Okay, let's have green arrow be pushed up instead. That might give us a bit of a problem holding up red, but purple is there for a reason, I guess. Wow. Is that good for us? Not really. Hold on. If I put this block in here, I can try and... but I can't push purple down anymore. So like, this looks okay-ish, but not really. This looks very close. But like... I got this balance back. I don't know if that's good or not. It doesn't feel very good for me. Interesting. Very interesting. Do I want this to happen? Maybe I can get... Maybe if I can get red to like not do this. Okay, so okay, you know what? No. I want purple back down there. Purple might be useful in holding a balance with green in this position. This position being this one. I mean, the block kind of already makes it work. And otherwise, the block wouldn't be there. The goal is to be able to maneuver this block without green falling. But green kind of always falls. Unless purple is here. And if purple is here, I can't move the block. So that's kind of a contradiction. I think... I'm kidding, I don't. Okay. Let's try to move green here. I mean, yeah, again, purple down here can actually allow this to happen. This is a balance. Not very good balance. But the block kind of is in a nicer position now. That's not good, is it? No, it's not. See, green is kind of in a bad spot as well. Where can I hold green? I don't think I can hold green anywhere useful. Could green go back in and take this top route again? It might be able to. I think that's actually possible. Hold on. Could it? I don't know. It's like I need to be able to get in to push it upwards, and I'm not sure that's possible. Because something else needs to be holding it up here, and if there is something else holding it up here, it's never going to work. I mean, the green before was here because it never actually got into this gap to begin with. I guess that's interesting. I feel like we've done this before. I feel like we just got into this situation. But that's alright. Yeah, we just got into this situation. I need this block out, but I also need this balance to be maintained. This balance can't be maintained very easily. Unless purple is in here. But if purple is in here, then the balance, again, or maintainable, does not let any progress be made. Was it wrong to push the block there? But I feel like that was the only way to have anything proceed. I mean, I don't know if this doesn't work. Cause yeah, then that happens. And that always will happen. Because the only balancing object at this point is green. Unless like blue was here, then blue could act as a balancing object. Maybe that's what blue is for. Should I go back and try and get blue in here to handle this? How would blue do that, honestly? Like blue doesn't seem to be able to get on top of this. Like how would blue get into that position anyway? It doesn't seem ever possible for blue to get in here. Unless, you know... Well, unless what? Blue coming through here is not easily held up by anything at all. Yeah. That's interesting. That gets the box out. And technically nothing is dead yet. The red might be dead, but it's alright, we can deal with it. In fact, if I put the purple there, red can maintain a balance with it. Although that doesn't really feel very useful. I mean technically, yeah, look at this. This allows this block to be maneuvered. Nothing is truly broken yet. Although that doesn't really feel very reassuring to me. I mean, yeah, like look at this. That's interesting, right? Green is very stuck. I don't know how green is gonna get out of this position. If the block were here, then I suppose green could get into this spot. Have we been here before? No, we haven't, right? No, we haven't. Wow, okay, this is new. Red is kind of stuck, but we might be able to deal with it. Unfortunately, I don't think this will help. Maybe if blue were here, blue could act as one more push to push up. And even if blue falls, purple and red can maintain a balance. And that would be good enough. Is that why I want blue to be saved? Where can blue be at this point? I guess... Whoa! What? Wait. Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, what happened there? What happened there? Hey, that's mean. I lost so much progress doing that. What was that? Okay, yeah, actually what was that? I don't know what that was. Did I reach my limit on thinking? Alright, sorry, hold on. Let's get you here first. You're retrievable. In fact, you're so retrievable. I can do this. I forgot what I was supposed to do at this point. I know this balance was useful. I know this block being here is useful as well. I know green was meant to take the top path. So this was also useful at one point. But before this, I had to make sure blue got onto purple. So that green... Yeah, whatever. So that green can make this push. Yeah, okay. I think this is all... We've done this all before. Then the goal was to next get... red on top of the block. Which I think had to be done like this. Okay, this move, okay, this looks right. This is how I got everything set up before. And then this move got you here. Okay. Okay, this is a state that I remember being in. Now we have to make that weird shuffle to get that new setup that I kind of forgot how to get to. It was something like... I want to get blue out for maneuverability, but I guess I might not need to. This should be good enough. we wanted blue to act as a buffer block, a buffer arrow. And the goal was to be able to do this balance, and then take you and move you over. I don't think purple had anything to do yet. So now I want green arrow here? No. I wanted this setup. Wait, no. I wanted green arrow out, right? Didn't I? I thought I did. I kind of forget what happened. We got a very new setup. It was like, red was, here you go, here we go. Red was here. Green was there, I remember. And then, yeah, using this epic shuffle, I could somehow get green to be on the block instead. Okay, so we've managed to reach our previous setup a lot more quickly. This exists as a buffer, which should mean that I can make this a very long push. There you go. Red will fall. Oh, blue will fall. And that might be a problem. Because how can green be pushed down? That is a problem. Wait, that is a problem. Ah. Okay, I guess we're not done yet. I definitely should not put this here, because that becomes a balance I can't do anything about. This looks really close though. I suppose I don't actually need you now? Oh, I do need this, okay. I do need you. This push is deadly. This push is less deadly, but we know it lands in the same thing. I can't maneuver this. Oh, I mean, that's available, I guess. But, yeah, I still can't push anywhere. If only I could, like, you know... If only blue wasn't in the way now. But blue was pretty crucial to solving this puzzle, wasn't it? I thought it was. I've been here before. What I need... I need the red to be on the block at this point as well. Actually, could I have that happen? Without messing with green? I know there's an epic shuffle to get green on the block, but could red also have done that? Maybe at this point blue still isn't required. Maybe we'll go back to the point where that shuffle occurred. I think it was around here. Yes, kind of. Okay, yes, it was where this epic shuffle occurred. Now, that would be a good place to store this green arrow. That'd be very nice. This will allow, you know, red arrow to do its thing. Alternatively, what is the alternative? Alternatively, it's red being pushed up by 1. Which actually, in this case, may not be the worst thing. That can happen here. I want to set this up from the other side. Okay, so before this, blue, this setup shouldn't have existed yet. This setup should only exist when, this happens. Okay, hold on. So that should mean this. Because I want to be able to enter from here. Okay, maybe a bit higher. Yeah, okay. So, like this. Actually, does that make a difference? I don't think it does. Yeah, that's even worse for us. Hmm. I wanted to be able to push this up while this block was not in the way. And like, the block has to be in the way. Otherwise I can't make it in here. Just like this push has always been available. It's just really bad if this happens. So maybe purple now no longer needs to exist there, and then better things can happen. Okay. So what if purple were 1 over? That will allow this to have... No. Okay. What about elsewhere? Jeez. What about... How about this? Push up by 1. That happens. What am I going for here? Actually, what am I going for here? I mean, I'm going for this, but like it's clearly not working. I need to be held up by something. Actually, yeah, what am I even trying to do? If you push to this height, what can happen? What can happen? I don't think anything good can happen out of that. Okay. I kind of refuse to think that this is not right, though. I am almost certain there should be some step to get... to keep this going. I think there is. There should be. But I don't know what it is. I don't remember why this was bad. Right, this was bad because green was a problem. And we needed purple to act as a balance for red. After which we got this block free, so technically, as a balance here. Actually, you know what? I feel like we're missing something super obvious. If the block were in this row and green were on top of it, in these two spaces, then aren't we done? The problem is being able to push this up without... Yeah, green, the problem is being able to push both of these down. Okay, so at some point, red and green needed a certain balance here, I think. And that balance is a little hard to achieve with this in the way. Okay, so back to the original setup. Let's see if this does anything for me. This gets you here. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. That's a balance we cannot untangle. And I can't just do this, because I lose green otherwise. Okay. If green were there, maybe things could be a bit better. I want green to make it here. Is that possible? I think that might be possible. Is it possible? Maybe not quite. Okay, I know green can be here now. Ah! Look, what? Hello? Does this game have like a turn count limit or something? Ah, jeez. Okay, let's do this again. This game's causing me to lose my train of thought. That's really annoying. I don't know why this has never happened before. Is there a button I'm pressing on accident that's like causing this issue? There's no way, right? There's no way that's the problem. I forgot what the solution was here. Oops. Was it this? I don't think this was it. Crap. Yep. Yeah, because, okay, so it's like... It's like, purple shouldn't have been here. Purple should have been here, I think? I felt like this was bad, too. Like, blue was supposed to have made a very interesting... I forgot what the thing was. Hold on. This should not be a problem. I feel like I've done this before. I don't know why I'm suddenly missing it. Is it because of this? Oh, because of this setup, I think, was fine. Yeah, this setup is completely fine, so I can actually just go here if I wish to. Okay. Wait, but that's also a problem, right? Wait, how did I do this? I know blue had some interesting movement here, but this just fails. How did I do this? It was definitely red being holding up purple, I think. It was probably red holding up purple or something like that. And by holding up, I mean holding up like that. Actually, should this work? Kind of? No, this doesn't work. How do I do this? See, this is the problem with that stupid glitch. It just does not want to do anything for... It's not good for me. Crap. I forget how to do this nonsense, like... Something was holding up purple at this point, I think. It might have been, like, red or something like that. I think it might have been red, actually. Like, yeah. Hold on. I think it was red. This... Is it red? Might not have been red. Might have been the block? Oh, I think this was pushed up by 1. Wait, Okay, let's see. I thought this was pushed up by 1 because then red could fall somewhere. This looks really bad. Like, hello? What? Why am I suddenly losing it? I'm just losing it all of a sudden. This is so annoying. It was this balance, right? I remember this balance kind of worked out for us. Let's get you out of the way first. Was it this balance? It was not that balance, man. It's like this, but no, but then that loses red. What did I do? What did I do? I know it has something to do with red. Gosh. Okay, was it this? Alright, this works slightly better. Definitely not what I intended to do, by the way. I don't know what it was that I actually wanted to do. In fact, this might not even work. Because blue is now very stuck. Please, just... Why? There. Okay. I gotta remember this now. I thought this wasn't a problem in the past, but I guess it is. Maybe this arrow can help us at this point, maybe. There's definitely a lot of reason for that to be the case. But like in this position it's just useless, I think. This doesn't help us at all. Right? I'd say so, yeah. How is another green arrow going to be useful to us, by the way? I mean, it could maintain more balances. That is a fact. But there's a lot more we could lose. There's a lot more we stand to lose doing this. Huh? Wait. That's interesting. Oh, that is really interesting. Hold on. I would like to hold the arrow down though. So like this arrow, if it could have been a bit higher, that would have been nice. But no. Okay. Anything else that could help us here? Maybe. I mean, yeah, but like the second arrow is problematic. It always will be. Okay. Is there any way to have not gotten this block stuck here? There are other ways the block could help us, I think. One of the ways being... but I can't push this down, can I? That definitely fails. Okay, where'd I come from? Okay, block could have been moved away at this point. Yeah, I don't ever want that to happen. What about this? That doesn't help. We can't meet the exact same problem here. Oh my goodness, that's a balance. Is that a good balance? I mean, it is a balance. It helps us hold an arrow in place while other things can happen, right? Oh, wait a minute. In that case... Give me a second here to think. In that case... I think this might have been useful. But now it being held up by one is not good anymore. Okay, so... Like... Nah, that's not it. Okay, where'd I come from? Hold on, I gotta figure out the exact setup again. It was this setup that got you in here. But that's not what I wanted, right? I want an arrow here, but not without anything in here yet. That's because I want this to be in balance so I can deal with the rest and hopefully get another arrow here. I can have access to this arrow if I ever need to. Not good. Not good either. Ah, man. Okay. How do we get into this position? Give me a second here to figure this out. Red was pushed down. Is that bad? Possibly. I could do that first. That's a balance. It's not a good balance because the block is in the way. kind of have to do anything after this point. Although, huh. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I kind of want the block to be in this column, in this row as well. I call it a column because the green arrows are making me think that that column is vertical. So, see, at this point, like, it's kind of cool. I can do this. If I could push out from below here, I think I'll be basically done. But I just can't teleport in here and do anything about it. So that's quite bad. And I mean, that could never have happened to begin with, to be fully honest. So maybe that's not actually good. What has to happen here? What was green doing? The other green mana I wanted to be here. Okay. I want this block to be not here. I forgot what this could have done for us. I think that allowed stuff to happen. In particular, yeah, this balance between green and red at this point was a little bit useful, but I forget what for. It's a bit more useful because at this point I could have pushed the block out. Okay, so let's see if I can do that as well here. So I want you here, I want this block out. That causes a balance with the block out actually. So block is no longer stuck in here. And therefore, I kind of forget what happens after this. I remember one of the important steps was this followed by this. But another important step was to push this upwards, which at this point is not possible. Okay, but what? But if that were to happen at this point in time, it would be a bit hard to pull off, considering I can't go in there and do that myself. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to feel a little bit like this is not right anymore. I don't like this. That didn't help, did it? No, it didn't. It made things considerably worse. This has always been... Yeah, this was always a problem. Like, if the... what could have held this up? Okay. I need the vision. I need the vision to figure out how to exactly get that set up. Could I get this arrow to not be in the way while I do things? Kind of difficult to do that, don't you think? It might be a bit challenging for that to happen. Because I can't push it up. If there were a bit of space I could, but I can't. Okay. If the stone, if the block was now in a good spot, we might be okay here. But that's the problem, right? The problem is to get the stone in a good spot, which right now definitely isn't possible. Now this is only good if... I kind of forget what this was all supposed to be for anyway. It was a super weird move that allowed... Was it this? I think it could have been this. No, I don't think it was. It was that. But like, it wasn't that, was it? What was it that let me put the block on the green right now? I forget. I'll push this up by 1, but like it definitely does not seem possible to do that. Doesn't work. If blue wasn't there, blue and purple could form a balance. Sorry, red and purple could form a balance. That balance could be interesting. That balance is very interesting. Unfortunately, this balance is also kind of rigged. Isn't it? Oh, not rigged, but this balance is also kind of broken. How does anything else happen here? It's interesting, but ultimately not useful. Okay, get this to happen. That's interesting. Also not useful. What am I doing? This block is in the way. Could this block have not been here, please? I mean, the block was holding up the red though. So like in theory, guys, this might have also been interesting, but no, see now red is gone. I guess if this happened... I just don't want the block to be here, but the block is there. It always will be because red has to be held up by something. And something just happens to be the block because it's not green. Green, if green was held up by this block. How did I do this? I forgot how to get the green. How do I make this shuffle work? I think it was something like this. Yeah, it was this shuffle. Okay. I thought this move was pretty okay. If another green was here, would that be useful? I don't quite know. I don't quite think it would be. Yeah, green is just stuck. This fails. This also fails. Should I just push this over? Like, the entire point is what? The ability to push both of these over at the same time, right? Or at least to be able to balance it while this is being pushed over. Jeez. So I wanted blue. I wanted blue to be in here. But how can blue be in there? What is this? Ah, shit, jeez, okay. I mean, yeah, green is now further away than ever. What is the vision for this, man? I don't know what the vision for this is. Oh, jeez, I've been at this for an hour. Of course I have. Oh, there it is again. Ah, help. No, stop. Please stop doing that. Do I remember how to do this? I don't think I remember how to do this. Dang it, okay. I'm trying to figure out if there's any like good way of like doing this without having to memorize this set of steps. I think yes, it's not really. There you go, okay. Happy. Don't know how I got here. I forgot what happens after this step. I forgot what happens after this step. I remember there was a way to bypass this step. What was it? It was this. There you go. Jeez. Okay. At least we're here again, so it's not that bad. I could try something new from here. See, the problem is I don't know if this is solvable in this state. It should be, right? Everything should be in a good spot. I don't know how to get... Okay. Can I get green to take the same path here? Can I get this green all the way over here? Because like, if this green were all the way over here, how would I push you up? Against your flow. Well, if it were here... If it were held up by... Oh, you know what? No, there's a much easier way of doing this. Hold on. Alright, actually, before this... before all of this... Could I just do this? Huh, of course. That might have broken some steps, but hopefully we'll be able to find some way to avoid them. Right now it doesn't seem to break anything yet. But I know that could all change. I don't know if that step was important, but like this spot seemed to have been maybe important. Okay. Just repeat all these steps as you remember them. I need to put you 2 higher. Wait. Right, and I also needed to make the pulling up step. I need to pull you up to extend your balance so I could go in between. Oops. There, okay. Then when I separate these guys, I push one down so that there's space for you to come out. Okay. Are we done? Oh my god, can we please be done? Perhaps, maybe. Hold on. There's still something wrong with this, isn't there? I want this block. Do I even need the red arrow anymore? Yeah, I think so. I need the red arrow to hold. So I need the block there first. Hold you in. Okay, wait, we're done. Oh, look at that. What in the world is this? I don't even know how I got here, but there you go. So somehow I was able to get this to happen. I guess the step that I completely missed was moving the green arrow here first into a good spot. I realized this balance was available, but I didn't exactly utilize it in the best way. Anyway, there you go. Red arrow is held up. Our plan should come to fruition right now. I think this works. GG. And that was only level 5. Alright, we're gonna move on to this next episode. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm done for now. See you guys next time. Bye bye.